If you were scratching your head over what we're getting at WWDC from Apple, let's just say things are sounding okay and boring. As yes, a new report from the most credible source yet tells us what we can expect from that event, and please ask me to fake excitement. Google is following Apple and Samsung and letting you buy parts to repair your own Pixels, and we might be getting a new member of Samsung's Galaxy Watch 5, and it sounds pretty interesting. I'm Jaime Rivera, and for all of those who've ever run a full marathon, seriously, respect. I just did my 20-mile training run, which is the longest one before the race, and I have officially confirmed that you have to be crazy to be willing to do this. So here's to us, the crazy ones. This is Pocketnow Daily. The official news today begin with Google and Pixels in general. Over the past few months, both Apple and Samsung have announced self-repair programs for their lineups, and now Google wants to do the same. Last Friday, Mountain View announced that they are partnering with iFixit to make their own do-it-yourself repairs available for Pixel smartphones in select regions. So later this year, genuine Pixel parts will be available for purchase on iFixit's website, and listen to this, for the Pixel 2 through the 6 series, as well as future Pixels. And as for select regions, the announcement mentions the US, the UK, Canada, Australia, and the European Union, pretty much all the countries where the Pixels are available. If you're wondering what you'll be able to fix, well, Google is mentioning batteries, displays, cameras, and other parts which will be available both individually and as part of an iFixit toolkit. iFixit is currently working on step-by-step repair guides for the Pixel 5a, 6, and 6 Pro, with more in progress. Here's the thing, out of these major announcements, none of them are available yet. I mean, Apple announced theirs back in November, so let's see who wins. Let's switch on to the company which I feel is going to do it first, Samsung, and this time let's discuss their wearables. Funny how for the past year the only way to get the new Wear OS is on a Galaxy Watch. But anyways, according to Sam Mobile's sources, the company could be working on a Pro variant of the Galaxy Watch 5, meaning we'd be getting 3 different variants for this year. Now, at the moment, we're not exactly sure what will make this a Pro model, but we did get a model number and the possible rumor that it'll bring a 572 mAh battery, which can even be confirmed at a Korean certification. Now, before you tell me that 572 isn't much, the Galaxy Watch 4 barely has 361 mAh, making this one, what, 60% larger, which is a major upgrade. And yes, other certifications from the past few weeks also mentioned that the other variants are getting battery upgrades as well. Sadly, their sources are also telling them that it's not 100% confirmed if the Pro version will be released or not, as it could be scrapped. I do hope it makes the launch and seriously tackles battery life, as that's a major reason why I don't even care about the Apple Watch, aside from its lack of true fitness computer capabilities. Moving on, let's talk foldables for multiple companies, and they're both from pretty much the same group. We're getting a Vivo X Fold pretty soon. We have a new tweet from Ishan Agarwal shedding more light on what we're getting, and I'm sure he'll butcher my name too. In specifications, it includes an 8.03-inch 2K display running at 120 Hz. It'll be powered by the Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Gen 1, a 4600 mAh battery with 66-watt wired charging. We also get a quad camera array with a 50-megapixel main sensor, a 48-megapixel ultra-wide, an 8-megapixel periscopic zoom lens, and listen, a 12-megapixel portrait lens. That sounds interesting. He also added that there's a black color variant coming. But to switch things up a bit, it looks like OnePlus is also working on a foldable. A new tweet from Max Jambor claims that there's a foldable in development, but we shouldn't expect it to be released anytime soon. Of course, with OnePlus's ties to Oppo, all of the rumors are claiming that this would be a rebranded Find N, which, listen, I am totally fine with, though it'll be hard to predict if it'll be happening. And finally, for the hottest news today, let's talk about Apple and what we can expect for this year's WWDC. I mean, invites were live recently, but your guess is as good as mine as to what we're getting until now. We have a new report from Mark Gurman talking about some changes for iOS 16 and other things that might also come out. I mean, iOS 16 is reportedly codenamed Sydney, and Gurman mentioned that it is set to be previewed at WWDC, which obviously, I mean, that's what the show's for, with some significant improvements to notifications and new health tracking features, but sadly, no major redesign once again. On the other hand, he does mention that there might be a new iPadOS multitasking interface, which I guess we can count on as somewhat of a major redesign considering how underwhelming iPadOS has been. Now, watchOS 9 is also expected to bring major upgrades to activity and health tracking, which is good, but I'm not exactly sure if it'll be able to compete with harder hitters like Gurman, for example. As for macOS, we have no details, but we should get more of an iterative release considering that Big Sur's redesign only happened 2 years ago. Gurman also claims that Sydney shows multiple references to Apple's ROS headset, suggesting that we might get at least a tech demo of the operating system at this event. Now, notice that there's no hardware in all these set of predictions. Anyways, for today's question, let us know, what kind of changes would you like to see from Apple at their software event? Because honestly, I'd finally like to get a mature iPadOS with Pro applications for all of this M1 power to make any logical sense. And obviously, watchOS 9, just get your act together. But that's just me. Leave us a comment down below. We'd love to know your opinion. Friends, again, if you want to get the news earlier, follow us on Pocketnow.com and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this one. You can also follow us on social medias. Our extended coverage happens on Instagram, and follow me on my personal handles to see me do crazy things that I borderline, no, I'm not going to call them dumb. God. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like what you saw. I'm Jaime Rivera. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.